Thursday morning across southeast Texas. Take a tour of our cameras this morning, starting out on our Roofing 911 Skycam network here in Beaumont, sponsored by Packer and Apray. Lots of clear skies. Been a cool morning, of course, behind the latest cold front. Of course, last night we had temperatures drop into the 30s as expected, a little bit of a breeze. Then the winds lightened up, became pretty much calm right before daybreak, allowing those temperatures to drop. And we're only expecting highs this afternoon to be in the mid to upper 50s, high 57, 58 for highs later today, and pretty chilly tonight. Now, it won't be as cold as this morning, but still pretty chilly tonight. There'll be some upper 30s to low 40s across southeast Texas tonight under generally clear skies. Our Roofing 911 Skycam network outside our 12 studios, sponsored by Mid-County Plumbing. Not a cloud anywhere. Lots of clear skies, looking for a sunny afternoon, a clear night tonight. Here in Beaumont, we started out in the mid to upper 30s this morning. It was a cold one, 37, 38 in around Beaumont. And of course, just north of Interstate 10. We'll talk about the lakes in just a moment. Temperatures were even a little bit colder, like it usually is, normally is, as expected across southeast Texas. So a nice afternoon coming up, low humidity, no rain in the forecast, don't have any moisture anyway, so hopefully that'll change. We'll talk about that in a few minutes by the middle part of next week. Now let's go to the lakes area. Our Roofing 911 Skycam network up in Jasper, sponsored by Provalis. Now you started off in the lakes around freezing this morning, even saw some upper 20s in a few spots around Burtville, east of Jasper, and also just to the west of Woodville. That's some upper 20s this morning. Very cold start up in the lakes area this morning, but you'll see mid 50s, thawing out a little bit this afternoon. Still pretty cool. Now tonight will not be any 20s in the lakes, but you'll still have some 30s, mid to upper 30s up there, and as we said, right around 40 here in this triangle. So very nice. Now, all right, let's head to the coast in the Port Arthur area. Roofing 911 Skycam network in Port Arthur, sponsored by Market Basket. And a beautiful, beautiful Thursday morning down in Port Arthur as well. Good visibilities too. Visibilities nice today. See a long way. Clear skies and nothing moisture in the air to really keep the visibility, but it looks pretty nice coming up down along the coastline as well this afternoon. Port Arthur, you started out as well in the 30s this morning, and you'll warm into the middle to upper 50s coming up later this afternoon. 48 right now in Jasper, 50 in Beaumont and Orange, 51 Port Arthur. So out 57, 58 for a high. You see the winds are out of the northwest. They've lightened up a lot, so that's good news. Now tonight, the winds will become south-southwest, but they're light tonight. Okay, the air's still real dry, light winds. It's still going to be chilly tonight, no doubt about it. Dropping on down into the 30s tonight for the lakes. No freeze though, and we'll be around, let's say 38 along Interstate 10, lower to mid 40s down in mid-county. So cool tonight. 49 right now in Lake Charles. You notice satellite, we saw that on our cameras. Lots of clear skies across the region this morning. All right, let's take a look at those wind gusts this afternoon. Not much at all. In fact, very light winds. Notice throughout the day tomorrow, pretty breezy. We'll have southwest winds. That's a warm wind, so we should be close to 70 for highs coming up for your Friday. Notice the change in wind direction here. That's our next cold front. So after a chilly day tonight and a chilly night tonight and a warm day tomorrow, here comes the next cold front moving in around sunset tomorrow evening or shortly thereafter. Winds will pick up out of the north, and it'll be a pretty chilly weekend coming up, as we'll talk about and show you in just a moment. We are running about 11 to 12 degrees colder right now than we were 24 hours ago behind the latest front. And notice that's pretty common all across the region, from Jennings all the way to Houston, anywhere from about 8 to 14 degrees cooler than we were this time yesterday. It'll be a little bit warmer compared to this morning tonight, but overall, if you're heading out tonight, certainly grab that jacket because you will need it with lows in the 30s and 40s. All right, Futurecast doing a pretty good job. Certainly no clouds. Doing a pretty good job on temperatures. Temperatures running, as we said and showed you, right around 50. We'll get to the mid, maybe some upper 50s this afternoon. Tonight we're going to drop on down into the 40 degree range, some lower 40s. I think these numbers may be a degree or two too warm, but you get the picture. It's going to be a chilly night again for sure. Grab that jacket. Notice we'll have light southwest winds coming up tonight and in the morning across southeast Texas and southwestern Louisiana. Now, as we head throughout the day tomorrow, notice these temperatures really jump up. Oh, that's nice. Low 70s in a few spots tomorrow because we'll have a southwest wind. And of course, as we showed you a while ago, there's the front coming in around 7 p.m. tomorrow night. It'll be a dry frontal passage, as we've seen, it seems like, over the last month or two with the lack of rain. And we'll see those winds picking up as we head into the weekend. All right, now Saturday morning we'll start out in the 40s with a little bit of wind, so it's going to be a cool weekend with highs only in the 50s. Here's our low temperatures we're expecting for Sunday morning. Upper 20s, low 30s in the lakes, right around freezing along Interstate 10. I'd say anywhere from 30 to 33. Looks pretty good because we'll be clear and we'll have light winds on Sunday. I say light, we'll have just enough, as we'll show you on the wind chills here in just a moment. The wind chills will be in the upper 20s, so not a big wind chill there, but certainly a cold morning, cold start. In fact, here's a look at wind chills on Sunday morning. It'll feel, so you can see the surface high and the wind flow here. So the high is close enough to us. Not going to have much wind, thankfully, but it will feel like the upper 20s to near 30 coming up on Sunday morning. Now here's what we're looking forward to. Maybe, we talked about this yesterday, things are still looking halfway decent for a pretty good chance of rain coming up Wednesday and maybe Thursday of next week. We're still got to work out some timing issues here. Some of our models are saying Wednesday, some of them are saying Thursday on the rain. But you can see a half to 1 inch is possible between Wednesday and Thursday of next week. What it'll be is an upper level disturbance coming in from the west. We'll finally have some moisture to work with this time as a coastal trough develops along the coast in response to that upper level system working into the west. So keep your fingers crossed and hopefully this will verify, because we certainly need the rain. We need lots of it coming up as we head into that Wednesday, Thursday time frame of next week. The timing's still a little bit uncertain, but probably Wednesday, especially late in the day into Thursday morning. Nothing heavy is expected and certainly no severe weather is expected, but we just need some rainfall and hopefully we can get it going coming up as we head into next week. All right, the rest of the day, sunny skies, northwest winds at 3 to 8, and we'll see highs in the mid-50s lakes. We'll stick with the upper 50s here in the triangle. Once again, northwest winds 3 to 8. So beautiful afternoon. If you get out, enjoy the outdoors, do that this afternoon. Looks pretty nice. Tonight, a cold one under clear skies. No freeze tonight, though. Staying above freezing, even in the lakes. Mid to upper 30s up there. And we'll say upper 30s to around 40 along Interstate 10 to the mid 40s near the coastline. The winds will be light out of the southwest. That's the only difference, is that change in wind direction. Instead of out of the north, it'll be south-southwesterly tonight. But still overall, the atmosphere very, very dry. So it's going to be chilly enough, even with a south to southwest wind. All right, 7-day forecast. Let's run over this for a minute or so. As we said, up to 58 this afternoon, upper 30s near 40 tonight. Still quite a bit of sun for your Friday, near 70. That's going to be a nice day tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, Saturday morning, that front comes in, so we're down to 41 for a low. And then that means a cooler weekend behind the front. There'll be some sunshine, but temperatures only in the mid to upper 50s for highs for Saturday, Sunday. There's another warm day again in between fronts, up to 65, 66. On Monday, we start seeing a few more clouds ahead of that system forecasted to come in on Wednesday and Thursday of next week.